Hi, I would like to talk about infographics. Visual representations of information intended to make the information easier to understand, easier to grasp by emphasizing certain patterns or certain trends. Let me start by an example. Today in the Danish news there's a story about a lot of empty houses standing there in Denmark and the government thinking about tearing them down. Now, I do enjoy the article that has an infographic like this to give me a quick overview. Where's the problem? How does it look where I live? And so on. And from looking at this infographic, I can quite easily tell that the biggest problem is on the Danish islands of a certain size, whereas the big cities like Copenhagen does not have the problem. And I can tell that by the colors. You can see here, if I'm in a municipality painted red, it means that more than 20% of the houses just stand there empty. I do think this is interesting, not the empty houses, but the infographics in general. I think there's quite a lot of math in it. If you take this one, you need to carefully look at the data and think about the intervals you want to use. Should it be with 5% like this one? Or is it better to use an interval of 10% and so on? I hope you find infographics interesting as well and agree that it is something you should work with in schools. Give you one more example of an infographic and then point to places where you can look for inspiration and to tools you can use to create your own infographics. Another example is the website distancetomars.com. It's actually a motion infographic. Now, I know that pupils in Danish schools, a lot of them have tried to make models of the planets in our solar system and experience that if they want to have the sun there, the Earth will be extremely small, and if they want to have the whole set of planets, they will experience problems with the distance between some of them. Now, this website gives you an experience, gives you the feeling of the distance from Earth to Mars. The Earth is made here with 100 pixels, and if I click the bottom of the page, we start moving, and to begin with we get to the moon, 27 pixels wide, and now we head on to Mars. I will leave it up to you to get the experience if you wish and visit the website. It takes quite some time to get to Mars, I should say, and during the voyage we get some information around here. If you want to find good examples of interesting infographics, I think informationisbeautiful.net is a nice place to visit. You will see a lot of interesting infographics here, and you can click on them to learn more about them. This one, for instance, is world's biggest data breaches. You can see that Adobe had a problem quite recently, Evernote as well. And then it's like a timeline. Maybe some of you can remember that Sony PlayStation Network was hacked a couple of years ago. Another place to visit is the social media, Pinterest, where you share images. You can of course search for infographics. If you're really into this, you can choose to follow boards about this topic. If you want to find free online solutions, tools to create your own infographics, I suggest you go looking for sites that presents a whole list to pick from. In here there's a list of more than 20 tools, and they are quite different. Like this first one is sort of a mashup with Facebook, and you get other tools where you can sort of create your own infographics from scratch. If you take this one, for instance, take a fresh start here. it's working with drag and drop. So if I want this background, it's working like this. Same with shapes and so on. That's it for now. I hope you see the point with working with infographics in schools, and of course I'm always interested in seeing examples made by pupils. Bye.